Thanks to the extensive media coverage, by the time this video reaches you, you would probably have a good idea of what companies and sectors stand to gain from the budget. For instance, you would know that the budget has given a big boost to consumption. This is positive for FMCG companies, consumer discretionary companies, hotels, retailers, auto companies, etc. You would know that the capex target has been revised by about 10% to 11.21 lakh crore. This is a plus for infrastructure and hence infra-related companies. And you would know that the change in the FDI limit in insurance companies. Now this could increase the competition in sector and make the existing players' life difficult. Overall, this union budget follows the same path as the July 2024 budget and the key themes remain the same. We discussed 5 such themes in an earlier video. So in this video, we won't discuss the broad themes or the provisions that have already attracted much attention. We will discuss 3 interesting investment ideas from the budget that can add a distinct shade to your portfolio. Hello and welcome to ET Money's YouTube channel. But before I start, let me add that these are just ideas, not recommendations. So do your research and due diligence before investing in any of the stocks mentioned in this video. One more thing. We recently published a video on the impact of Union Budget 2025 on your finances. I've included its link in the description. You can watch it after this one too. Okay, let's start with the first interesting investment idea. In her budget speech, the FM said that developing at least 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by 2047 is essential for energy transition efforts. As a step towards achieving this goal, a nuclear energy mission for the research and development of small modular reactors will be established with an outlay of 20,000 crores. The goal is to operationalize at least 5 such SMRs by 2033. What's more, for an active partnership with the private sector towards this goal, amendments to the Atomic Energy Act and the Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage Act will be taken up. Now, even the Union Budget for FY25 mentioned nuclear energy. The government planned to partner with the private sector to set up Bharat Small Reactors, R&D Bharat Small Modular Reactors, and R&D newer nuclear energy technologies. Now, in a recent discussion in the Lok Sabha, it was disclosed that India's nuclear power generation capacity has doubled over the last decade, from 4,780 megawatts in 2014 to 8,180 megawatts in 2024. It is projected to triple to 22,480 megawatts by 2031-32. But why this emphasis on nuclear energy? Well, nuclear energy offers several advantages. First, it involves minimal greenhouse gas emissions, so it's clean. But disposing of nuclear waste poses a challenge too. Second, it has a high energy density. A small amount of nuclear fuel can generate a lot of energy, making it more efficient than fossil fuels. Third, it is independent of weather conditions, unlike other renewable energy sources like solar or wind. Fourth, nuclear power plants can operate for long periods ranging from 12 to 24 months without requiring refueling. This makes their power supply quite stable and reliable. Fifth, from a strategic viewpoint, nuclear energy plays an important role in the energy security of a country. Now, all these make nuclear energy an interesting investment idea for the years to come. So, if you want to profit from nuclear energy, what are your investment options? First, consider Hindustan Construction Company or HCC. Now, HCC claims to have built nuclear power plants that account for as much as 60% of India's nuclear power generation capacity. It boasts of being among the select few in the country that can build the core of a nuclear power plant, which is a complex structure. HCC has complete construction capabilities for a nuclear power plant, including reactor and reactor auxiliary buildings, cooling towers, pump houses, plant water systems, etc. Next comes BHEL. BHEL claims to be among the few companies in India capable of executing EPC projects for nuclear power plants. It claims to be the only Indian company with the unique ability to design, manufacture, supply, and install nuclear steam turbines. The company has capabilities across both the primary and secondary sides of the nuclear power plant and manufactures various equipment. Then comes Walchand Nagar Industries. The company has been associated with the Department of Atomic Energy, Nuclear Power Corporation of India, and Bhabha Atomic Research Center for over 4 decades in the manufacture and supply of core equipment for nuclear power plants. It supplies various core equipment including dump tanks, fuel magazines, end shields, heat exchangers, and so on. Now, another name in the listed space is MTAR Technologies. MTAR has been contributing to the Indian civil nuclear power program for over the past 4 decades. The company manufactures highly complex products for the core of the nuclear reactor. Its products portfolio include fuel machining head, breech and columns, coolant channel assemblies, etc. Then comes Azad Technologies. Azad manufactures airfoils and blades which are used in the generation of nuclear energy. Among the larger players with presence in nuclear energy is NTPC through its subsidiary NTPC Parmanu Urja Nigam Limited, which was established only in January this year. Engineering giant L&T also has a nuclear energy business unit which provides a range of services and products for nuclear power plants. Tata Power has plans to enter into the nuclear space too. Now the point is that nuclear energy is a fast evolving investment space and you should keep an eye on it. And as of now, it may be a small fraction of the related companies' revenue streams, but it holds a lot of promise, which makes it an interesting investment idea. Now the companies that we have touched upon aren't all. There would be many more as the value chain of nuclear energy is quite elaborate, but these provide you a good starting point. Of course, you can research further to uncover more stock ideas. One important thing, it's not enough to pick a stock based on just the underlying theme. You should also assess its financials. Now on your screen are some key financials of the companies we talked about, but these are only indicative financials. To research these stocks fully, you will need to dig deeper. Now on the ET Money app, you can find the financial data of all listed companies. Just write the company name in the search bar and hit enter. You can then proceed to the financial section and access the historical income statement, balance sheet, cash flows and financial ratios. Not just this, there is a host of other stock related information, so do check it out. Okay, let's now talk about the second interesting investment idea. What are critical minerals? Well, a 2023 Ministry of Mines report defines them as minerals essential for economic development and national security. Now, the lack of ability of these minerals or even concentration of existence, extraction or processing of these minerals in few geographical locations may lead to supply chain vulnerability and disruption. Critical minerals are the foundation of modern technology. They are used in solar panels, semiconductors, wind turbines, advanced batteries and other devices. Now, without critical minerals, there is no energy transition possible. This report identifies several minerals as critical, with the better known names including lithium, cobalt, nickel, manganese and silicon. Now, in the Union Budget for FY26, the FM said that a policy for recovery of critical minerals from the tailings will be brought out. Now, mine tailings are the waste material left over after mining and processing ore. Basic Custom Duty or BCD on cobalt powder and waste, the scrap of lithium-ion batteries, lead, zinc, and 12 more critical minerals has been scrapped. It is meant to help secure their ability for manufacturing in India. Now, even in 2024 Union Budget, there were two important provisions around critical minerals. First, a critical mineral mission was to be set up for domestic production and recycling of critical minerals and for the acquisition of critical mineral assets overseas. Second, 25 critical minerals were fully exempt from BCD and BCD was reduced for 2. Now, a geopolitical factor that makes critical minerals so critical for India is that China is a major supplier for these minerals to the world. So, it's all the more important for India to achieve self-reliance to the extent possible. This is also in sync with the broader Atmanirbhar goal. So, what's the investment opportunity here? Well, companies that are engaged in the production of critical minerals or that have plans around critical minerals can be a good investments. For instance, consider Hindustan Zinc. Hindustan Zinc is India's largest and the world's second largest integrated zinc-lead producer. Its parent Vedanta also has the copper business among its several businesses. The company claims to fulfill 36% of India's demand for refined copper. Within the copper segment is the pure play PSU Hindustan Copper. Hindustan Copper claims to be the only company in India engaged in the mining of copper ore and owns all the operating mines leases of copper ore. For manganese, the go-to stock is MOIL, again a PSU. MOIL fulfills 46% of requirements of manganese dioxide ore in India. GMDC, a government of Gujarat enterprise, is engaged in the mining and exploration of rare earths. According to the company, rare earths are a group of 17 naturally occurring metallic elements with unique properties and a wide range of industrial applications. Now, these rare earths are used in the production of clean energy technologies. GMDC is also involved in the mining of manganese. Now, few Indian miners are in the process of acquiring critical mineral assets overseas. These include NMDC, which is an acquisition in Africa and Australia, and Coal India, which is actively hunting for critical mineral assets. Overall, as of now, there is a gaping hole between where India currently stands in terms of critical minerals and where it wants to reach. Now, this makes critical minerals an interesting theme for the years to come. Like nuclear energy, if you are picking a stock on this theme, do check the company's financials too and not just the positioning. Here are some key financials. You can head over to the ET Money app for detailed financials of these companies. And the companies we've talked about aren't the only ones in this space. There can be many others which you can uncover through research. Now, this brings us to the third and the last interesting area. But before I start with that, if you've been finding this video useful, please subscribe to the channel and do press the bell icon so you never miss a video from us. As per World Bank, with a GDP of about 3.68 trillion, India is the fifth largest economy in the world. But when it comes to shipbuilding, India isn't even among the top 15 countries. Its share in global shipbuilding is a partly 0.06%, which puts it in the 20th place. Contrast this with China, which alone has a share of 51% with a gross tonnage of 32.86 million. This means China builds more than half of the world's ships alone. Like critical minerals, this leaves India in a tight spot, especially because shipbuilding also has a defense linkages and not just economic motives. Given this, the finance minister had a slew of announcements around shipbuilding. First, a maritime development fund with a corpus of 25,000 crore will be set up. This fund will have up to 49% contribution from the government and the rest will be mobilized from ports and the private sector. Second, large ships above a specific size will be given the infrastructure status and will be included in the infrastructure harmonized master list. This will help shipbuilders as they will get access to infrastructure lending at easier terms and with enhanced limits through multiple avenues. Third, the shipbuilding financial assistance policy will be revamped to address cost disadvantages. Fourth, shipbuilding clusters will be facilitated to increase the range, categories, and capacity of ships. Fifth, the exemption on the BCD or basic customs duty on raw materials, components, consumables, or parts for the manufacture of ships has been extended for another 10 years. This relief will now also be available for shipbreaking companies. Sixth, to promote inland water transport, the benefits of the tonnage tax scheme will also be extended to inland vessels. The tonnage tax scheme is an alternative method used of taxation applicable only on shipping companies. These measures could prove to be beneficial for Indian shipping and port companies. For instance, consider Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders, a PSU under the Ministry of Defense. The company manufactures a range of vessels including naval ships, combat ships, barges, cargo vessels, ferries, supply or transport vehicles, etc. It also offers manufacture, design and training services in shipbuilding. Then comes Cochin Shipyard, a PSU under the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. The company deals in shipbuilding and ship repair. Next is Garden Reach Shipbuilders, another Ministry of Defense undertaking operating in the field of shipbuilding, ship repair and engineering. Among port operators is Adani Ports, which is the largest commercial port operator in India, accounting for nearly 1/4 of the cargo movement in the country. It operates 13 ports. Another port operator is Gujarat Pipavav Port. The company runs Port Pipavav in Gujarat. This port is a public-private partnership managed and operated by APM Terminals. Now, since shipping companies are part of the same ecosystem, they also stand to benefit from the push given to shipbuilding. A major name in the shipping industry is Shipping Corporation of India, a PSU. The company claims to handle around 1/3 of India's tonnage and is the largest shipping company in India. Another prominent name in the commercial shipping space is Great Eastern Shipping. It is India's largest private sector shipping service provider. On your screen are some key financials of shipbuilders, port operators and shipping companies. Again, do your own research before investing in any of the stocks. You can find detailed financial information of all these companies on the ET Money app. And with this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please share it with your friends and family. I'll be back soon with another video. Till then, take care.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.